Hi, I'm Makiko Tsuda. Right now I'm at the UR Machito Kurashi no Museum that opened in September of last year in Akabane Kita Ward. It's a museum introducing the history, culture and development of mass housing complexes in Japan called Danchi. I'll be learning about these danchi and the evolution of the housing situation in the country.
Nouvelle Akabane-dai is in Akabane in Tokyo's Kita Ward. It was originally a 3,000-unit public housing complex called Akabane-dai Danchi that opened in 1962 and was built by the Japan Housing Corporation, a semi-governmental organization established in 1955 to supply homes and residential land to working families and individuals. In later years, it was rebuilt by the Urban Renaissance Agency.
With me now is Shogo Kohiyama of the Urban Renaissance Agency.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Would you first explain what the word danchi means?
The danchi of the Japan Housing Corporation were built after World War II, when there was an acute shortage of housing and large demand for housing complexes with similar designs and units. A common characteristic of these complexes was that many were south-facing and got good sunlight.
I see a kind of strange mark on the ground. What is it?
It's virtual reality. You scan it with your smartphone and can see lots of things. It's a fun feature.
Okay, let me give it a try with my smartphone. I scan it. What is this? It's very pretty. What is it?
It's showing the logo of our museum.
It's so interesting. Hold on, something appeared. This is fun. I've been seeing this thing moving around the whole time. What is it?
It's an autonomous lawn mowing robot and works impressively hard. When it's low on battery, it automatically goes to a charging spot.
So it keeps the place clean.
It works hard to keep the lawns manicured.
Last year, the UR Museum of Urban and Lifestyle Design was opened inside the grounds of Nouvelle Akabane-dai. On the second floor and above, they show how danchi housing complexes have changed over the decades. This is a recreation of a room for single people at the Dojunkai Daikanyama Apartment complex, the first in Japan made with reinforced concrete.
This room is very unique. Is this the bed?
It is. Since it was a reinforced concrete building, it had the characteristic of trapping humidity, so it was designed to improve airflow. There's a ventilation window on the wall, and also an air vent here, and air would pass through them. And because this is higher than the bed, it would prevent mildew and mold.
And there's storage space under the bed.
Yes, to fully utilize the limited space, you could store your things there. The room is compact, but it's designed to have lots of storage space.
The floor here is also a bit different, isn't it?
This isn't a typical tatami mat, but cork.
This is cork?
It also feels a bit firmer when you step on it.
It is hard, you're right.
Cork allowed you to put furniture on the floor, and you could use the room in a traditional Japanese or Western style.
I see.
Meanwhile, this is a family unit in the same Daikanyama apartment.
It's quite a bit more spacious.
It feels bigger compared to the single unit, but it's only a one-room apartment by modern standards.
And this is the kitchen?
It is.
Wow. You could cook rice in a pot, and there was also running water.
There was. There was also gas.
Gas as well, interesting.
Another aspect was that this was an apartment complex used during reconstruction after the Great Kanto Earthquake. Many people died in fires after the earthquake. So it was designed to be fire resistant. The sound is different because steel sheets are wrapped around the wooden door.
I see. see. I can feel that.
You can see how it's designed throughout to make it fire resistant after what happened in the Great Kanto Earthquake.
I can tell that steel is wrapped around, and there's wood inside.
Yes,
Next, they go to Hasane Danchi, built in 1957. Many people aspired to live in a housing complex like it, giving rise to the phrase the Danchi tribe.
the peephole on the door is very big.
You get a very good view.
There was a newspaper box and a slot for milk bottles. At the time, milk was delivered every day.
I see small bottles.
The layout was 2 rooms with a separate living room, dining room, and kitchen, which became synonymous with early Danchi.
The biggest characteristic of units at Hasane Danchi was this dining and kitchen area. We call it the separation of eating and sleeping. Until then, in traditional Japanese rooms, there was a low dining table, which was put away after dinner, and you would also sleep there. Separating where you eat and sleep is more hygienic. So, a key feature is that there's a dining and kitchen area where you eat. This table was provided by the Japan Housing Corporation to people when they first moved in during the early years of Danchi.
The unit came with a table.
The table was included. They felt that since many people had lived in traditional housing, there was a possibility they wouldn't understand that you would eat here and sleep in a separate room. So, in the early years, a table was placed here to propose a lifestyle separating the place where you ate and the place where you would sleep.
I see. So, from about 70 years ago, eating at a dinner table.
In terms of fully utilizing space, there's a shoe closet when you come up from the entrance. And above, looking from the dining area,
What? A cupboard.
there's a cupboard on this side. You could put dishware and seasonings here.
I see. It's a shoe closet plus cupboard. Very innovative.
This bottom part on the other side is the shoe closet, and the top part on the dining side can be used as a cupboard. This is also designed to fully utilize the limited space.
You're right. It's an idea that's useful even now. It's really well thought out.
Thank you.